so 7, 6. Okay. All right. Excuse me. Now you can move to that table. Can you shut the floor, please, Laura? Grab my keys out. Similar figures, same shape but different size. Their corresponding angles have the same measure. Remember, angles are congruent, and their corresponding sides are proportional. Remember, to solve a proportion, you cross, multiply, and divide. What does that little symbol mean? It means similar. I also want you to know that this symbol means congruent. So make sure you have those written down in the little note section of the top of your paper. Then for number 1, it says triangle STV and triangle ZXY are similar. Remember, this similarity statement tells you pretty much everything that you need to know. You really don't even need to look at the picture. It says which pair of segments are corresponding sides of the triangle. So remember, S is first, so S corresponds with Z because Z is first. T corresponds with what? X, because they're both in the middle. And then the two ending letters, V and Y, correspond because they're both at the end. So can someone raise their hand and tell me what are two corresponding sides? Nathan, you said ST and ZX. So ST are the first two, ZX are the first two, so yep, they correspond. So that is one possible answer. So on the SOL test, so like if let's say all of you get the same question, there's a couple of different choices that you could choose. So Nathan could have said ST and ZX. Yep, that's one of them. Does somebody else tell me two different corresponding? Justice? TV and XY. So TV and XY. TV are the last two, XY are the last two, so yes, they correspond. So if Justice put that on her SOL test and Nathan put the other two, they would both get it correct because they're both corresponding. All right, moving on. And hold on. We're on 7-6, right? All right, we're going to skip number 4 because I believe there's an error and I haven't heard back from that yet. Number 2, quadrilateral PQMN is similar to quadrilateral WXYZ. What is the measure of angle Z? Okay, well first I'm going to look up here in my similarity statement. Z is the last letter. Okay, so what corresponds to Z? Huh? Z is the last letter, so then what's the last letter in the other one? N. So if we know that N is 100 degrees, then what does Z have to equal? 100 degrees. Remember, because the angles are the exact same measurement. They're congruent. The sides are proportional. They're not congruent. So number 3, what must the value of X be in order for the figures below to be similar? Well, first we have to set up a proportion. And I'm just going to write up here. So I'm going to look at this first shape. So I'm just going to do X over 24. Now I'm going to look at the big shape. What's just like X in the big shape? 17. What's just like 24? 34. So now I'm going to cross multiply. What's 24 times 17? What's 24 times 17? Okay, I was a little confused. 108, what's 108 divided by 34? Huh? What? 24 times 17 divided by 34. I'm confused. Justin. 12. Okay, and that's why you should probably, if you hit the wrong button, that happens. That's why you should do the calculations a couple of times to make sure that you get it correct. So now let's look at number 6. Are the two figures below similar? So we're going to have to set up proportions with the sides. So 9 over 12. What's just like 9 in the big one? 12. 9 and 12 are just alike. Okay, and then we have 12 on the bottom. What's on the bottom of the big one? 16. What's 12 times 12? What is 16 times 9? 144. Okay, so are the two figures similar? Yes. Or is it because the sides are congruent or because the sides are proportional? Proportional. Okay, any questions? Like I said, we're skipping number 4 because I believe there's an error. We'll talk about it in class.